What's up, guys? This is Heiss, and yes, there we are. Look, we're here. Took a minute to get things set up on my end there. Apologies about that, but yeah, we're here on Montezuma Monday, and my microphone is falling down. Always very helpful. But yeah, we're going to continue working on boiler shenanigans today. I'm debating internally whether or not to redo some stuff again. So I guess we will we'll kind of figure that out here shortly. But that said, I see that we've got some top chats coming in. Looks like some folks being generous right off the top before I was even streaming. So thank you so much, guys. Very much appreciated. So Joey the Cat gifting 20 memberships. Thank you. Good to see you here. And, you know, we always appreciate that as well. And then Not So SolidWorks. I will do my best. Please be nice, Heiss. I will try. I will try, my friend. Joey the Cat gifting another 20 memberships. Goodness. We're breaking the economy before I even get going here. Good to see you. Corley, a fireman for 16 months. First time in a long time. Come to a Zuma stream on time. Well, we have been doing them a smidge earlier lately, so good to see, you know, you can make it on time when we start a little later. And of course, I'm going to have my Century of Steam meeting, so we're going to only see how far we can get in about an hour and a half here tonight. So, spent most of today working on some really exciting stuff for Century of Steam. Spoilers! And of course, yeah, you can ask questions and I won't answer them, so don't mind me. DRRP. A fireman for 16 months. Good to see you. Redline Overload Production, Roadkill, and Top Gear are the best car shows. Add in the Grand Tour, and I agree with you. Yes. The Brakeman for 12 months. Yeah, love all those shows. James Patterson, a fireman for 23 months. Good Lord. Here we go, zooming off on another episode, I see. Limes. Yeah, good God. 23 months of memberships. I can't believe it. Time is fake. And good to see you here. I don't know. We're going to have to do something special next month for 2 years of memberships. I have no idea what, but we're going to have to do something. So good to see you. Cork Guitar, 16 months as a brakeman. 16 months already. Time's running. Hope you're well. Good to see you here, my friend. Nexus, welcome to the Brakeman. T12 Productions, Brakeman for 12 months. Holy shit, it's gold! Yes, very good. Jordan Freeman, you say it depends a lot, so don't be surprised if someone sends you Depends underwear. Don't send me diapers, please. Oh, goodness. Lusky, what's the plan of attack today, boss? Well, good question. We were talking internally in Discord, because we basically drew the boiler as it would have been, more or less, but with some updates. And I'm just now realizing that... Oh, hang on, we made that. Yeah, see-through, that's right. Okay, never mind. We basically made the crown and everything how it would have been, and then gave some updates. And really what I ought to do is update the crown and the tube sheets again. And I hate for us to be stuck on boiler for like months at a row at this point, but I think we should redo it because we should probably have a larger radius at the transition there. And I think it was a great suggestion from Shane, who you saw in the grand scale video. Cheers, Shane, to actually change and make a larger radius there. And I mean, it's just going to be easier, but making the side sheets and the crown sheet be one piece, it's going to make the whole mess a lot simpler. Still fabricatable, and my worry with altering stuff too much from the original design was being able to fit all 100 tubes in the damn thing. And we can see that we have plenty of spacing in that upper spot to add a bigger radius there. So I think that's what we're going to work on. So, yeah. Joey the Cat. Brakeman for 14 months. Bye-bye, economy. Yes, thank you. We appreciate you. IDK, what's going on, channel? Which is neater, in my opinion, Rio Grande Southern 41 or 42? They're both neat. They're both very similar engines. I don't know if I could pick one. 42 is neat because it's a C17. It was a class 74 built with a steel boiler from the beginning, later than the Class 70s, but it's patterned like a Class 70 more or less. Different Baldwin drawing, I think. And so it's kind of a Class 70, kind of a C19, but it had less pressure, so it's not a C19 versus 41 being a C19. I'm not going to pick, I guess. Because if I pick 41, then if 42 ever runs, she'll be really mad at me, and I hope it does someday. But if I pick 42, Jeff Taylor will arrive at my house and smite me personally on stream, so... Maddie, you got your ES&D boxcar built. It was a blast. It turned out nicely. Yes, it did. And I was laughing my ass off at your Instagram story of, we're building this. And then, hey, look, we built this. And then immediately in the dirt. It was perfect. You'll love to see it. Slandered Stone, Lucky 13, Gobbles. Yes, Gobbles. Good to see you. B Pendragon took the sounder for the first time in a couple years the other day. Remembered your comments about how to run it was full bore until they're at speed. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you get up to speed quick. I couldn't believe looking at the Ytronics data from that, like being like, oh god, they just put it in notch 8 and just leave it there. They work those engines harder than they work some freight engines. So, yeah, glad you got to ride. Hopefully it was a good ride. Although I've not been affiliated with them in a couple of years. But anyway. Your local historian, as locomotives get bigger, do the tubes get bigger as well, or do they get smaller for more surface area? They're usually pretty standard sized. Obviously, you get to something like Zuma, and they're a little smaller. They're normally 2-inch tubes all the way around, and then your superheater flues are 5.5-inch, usually. And there's some variance in that, and of course, standardization. What is it? This is the railroad. We don't like standardizing. But Zumas are 1.5 inches because she's smaller, and they wanted, the right flow size and the right amount of tubes, I guess. So, not really. Like 491 has 2-inch tubes. So does 346. Like 491's a significantly larger engine. So, when you get into locomotive scale and locomotive size, things of full scale, they're basically within a certain margin about the same. Yeah. It's just a Viper. Hello, funny bird ma'am and chat. I have a question for all. If you could take one discontinued car like the Viper or the GTO, what it would be? It would be the older Cherokee and the Chevelle. I mean, these days, modern cars, they don't have the same vibe as the old cars. So like a modern day Chevelle, if they did it in the same spirit that like the Dodge Challenger was done, that would be dope. But something tells me they probably wouldn't. Much like the modern day GTO in the couple years that they made that, like what, 2003 to 2006 or something like that. It's nothing like the original GTOs. So shrug. Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. Of the modern muscle cars, I do like the styling of the Challenger a lot. So, but I guess they're moving away from gas engines and signs of the time. So anyway. Anthony Seva, I can't believe it's been so long, 6 months. So Zoomies looking good. Good to see you, and thank you. I don't get what's going on. If I could restore or rebuild any RGS engine, what would it be? RGS 40, or not 41, 461, because we have some of the bits, and according to British ruling, it would be a restoration. We have a Johnson bar, a cab door, something else. We have 3 pieces of the 461. That'd be cool. Make another K27. But yeah, the RGS didn't really have too terribly many unique locomotives that would be super cool that weren't saved on the Rio Grande or whatever. So anyway, gonna jump into Discord here and we're gonna start working on this thing. So
hitting the paper, it's super weird.
You're live.
Anyway, that's why I'm not allowed to wear brown pants anymore. Oh, hi.
Margaret didn't like the brown pants.
She really didn't. Oh no, it was horrible.
Isn't there a restraining order now?
Legally, I cannot talk about it. So
I don't want to know what conversation I missed here, and I think we're all just happy to not know what was going on. So hello, this is Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. How you doing?
Doing well. How are you? God damn it! Go away.
Oh, you're finally awake.
I've got more Mark clips that you don't have access to, so.
I know. Yeah.
Right. Holy shit, that's a big bug.
What?
And some Tom Coletti clips as well.
I know. I love that one so much.
I love
Holy
the big
shit,
bug
that's a
one.
big bug. Holy shit, that's a big bug.
Are you gonna share your screen or no?
Yes, I can share my screen. 3 hours! yeah, somebody else has access to them as well.
Yeah, hi.
For at least... For 3 hours! At least 3 hours, yeah.
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 Jordan
Somebody's
Freeman, would it
gonna-
be affordable to add thermic siphons to the CNTS K37s? Affordable? Probably no, but doing anything to locomotives isn't necessarily affordable, so shrug. Will they do it? I doubt it, but
I mean, I also want 91 to be the special one.
He already is
So-
a special one. She
She
has
is
the
special.
centered smiley.
she does.
Oh, that's
yeah,
true.
even if another one got siphons, she's special because she got braces and she never had a snow plough, which will become very relevant in the first episode of season 4 of the 3/4 show. Because yes, we filmed last night and it was fucking hilarious. It was so hilarious that there's some stuff that I'm gonna have to cut that not even the conductors can see. So
Oh no.
Well, knowing who you had
yeah.
as the 4th, yeah, I don't doubt it.
it was definitely bubbly. That's certain. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. The first episode, spoilers, we talk about 491's time being lost in the snow on the modern day CNTS, and that story has more beats than I ever remember every time. And reading through it, it was like, oh my god, our Choo Choo dealt with this. Good lord. So it was pretty funny. Anyway. I'm trying to fix my crown sheet here. Mirror all the things around the vat. Or my crown sheet and my side sheet. Why did that break stuff? Why did mirroring break stuff? SolidWorks, why are you trash? Why did that do that? Just a pile of trash garbage. Let's see if we can figure out what's going on. Solution cannot be. That Mexican rail fan. Hello, it is I, the Grand Chunk guy. If you know, you know. Good to see you. I don't think I know.
The dice were not kind.
The dice were not kind. I see. Just gonna
Dice have not been kind to a lot of people.
No, they haven't.
Well, you know. That's what you get. That's what you get. I love that channel in the Discord. Yeah, you can roll the dice and see what's going on, and then you know, maybe get banned, maybe not.
No, bans are only on the table if you are trying to gamble away a earned moderation action.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
I see.
We do have rules.
If you got banned from memes and you want to be unbanned from memes after being a dum dum, you can risk it for the biscuit, but only then can you risk it for the biscuit.
That's funny. All right, I'm gonna trim this right here, and then we'll put a. We'll see if we can just make a easy radius and make this work. Virtual Rail Fan. Hi, Heist, just joined the stream. Hope you're feeling better after last stream. Yeah, last stream was frustrating. We determined that it may have just been some of the mods that were being goofy, and it wasn't somebody necessarily directly fucking with me, but either way, that was not a pleasant experience. So, but
I
thank
missed
you.
that stream.
It was very short. We were playing Railroader in honor of the second anniversary of Virtual Railfan Academy, or not Virtual Railfan, Virtual Railroader Academy. It was a worthy cause. I mean, I love what Casey and Nick do, but yeah, stuff wasn't working, and it was extremely frustrating. So
Yeah, I could see there was some lag going on your end.
yeah, so shrug. Not sure what it was, but
was at an award ceremony that lasted 2 hours. It should have lasted a half hour.
Oh, Lord. I need to do these separately.
This
don't I?
could have been an email.
Northwesterner, 15 months as a fireman, but today is also your first anniversary of volunteering. It's been a wonderful, wonderful year of doing the thing. Love that, man. That's awesome. Nickel Plate Road 777, thank you for gifting 10 memberships. I still don't understand why Stream Elements and YouTube are not getting along and not playing the things appropriately. So, thank you for the gifted memberships, at least. Roman 1225, hey Heist, what are we working on? More OTW. Yeah, we are working on redesigning parts of the boiler because. Basically because we had some really good feedback from some very smart folks in the Discord. I basically drew the thing as it was because I was worried about the tube bundle being able to exist, basically. And thankfully, it seems that that's not going to be an issue. So we're going to change things up to design it to last longer and make it a little bit nicer there. Why is that? Why did that not work? Made it too thin.
God damn it, Goose.
Oh, I guess I just have to do 3. Oh, it's a radius, so I just have to do 3/8. That's right. It's not fair. Don't make me do math.
That's the joke.
All right, let's see. Yearly Jimus 98. If you're nice to Auntie, she'll let you roll for the Minecraft mod. Some restrictions apply. That's fun. And Auntie is delightful. So yes, be nice to her. Joey the Cat. If memory serves me correctly, your engine just magically derailed that last time. Yeah, probably. That was obnoxious. Mods or something or some other thing. So anyway. The Caboose Guy. Look at you. We mentioned your caboose during episode 3 of season 4 of the 3/4 show, because we have a story about some Rio Grande caboose. That was a citation needed. It was very fun. So I actually had 3 citation neededs and 1 episode of 2 of these people lying for this season. So 1 episode less, but it's more citation needed things. So,
Huzzah.
but yeah, 16. Let's give it up for 16. Love that. Tyler O'Donnell Pacione. A fireman for 21 months. You've not been firing that long.
Well,
You've been firing for like 6 months, maybe 8 months.
something
ish?
like that.
Ah,
October was the first time, I think.
okay. So
So-
yeah, about 6 months.
6, 7.
Yeah, doing quite well. And what's 9 plus 10? No,
21.
21. Yeah, or 20
21.
or 19,
21.
depending on when
21.
you ask me. Rusty Gear 5.56, fireman for 6 months. It's hey, I'm halfway there, halfway there, halfway there. Whoa! Yep.
Oh no.
Golden Spike, Railroad Stories, Brakeman for 3 months. 3 months. It's been that long. Have fun. 9 plus 10 is 21. Is that something I said?
No,
No.
Why is this a meme?
it's an old Vine.
Okay.
It's an older meme, sir, but it checks out.
I am missing this meme. So anyway.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
80 Former, if you remember me doing this before, back again with lots of words I can't afford, so using this to get your attention. Question under this one. Good to see you, my friend. You were waiting until next office hours, but there hasn't been one in a while. We're actually doing it tomorrow. I just posted on the thing. We missed doing it in March because Century of Steam ate my life, which happens sometimes. So, yeah, we'll be doing office hours tomorrow, but you super chatted, so I mean, I'm happy to answer your question here. Hypothetical question. Maintenance team cleans out the smoke box. However, they do not lock it closed properly after finishing driving the locomotive. At some point, you either brake hard or go downhill, and something causes the smoke box door to want to open. It does, flies wide open while the train is in motion. What happens then? Is this just SOS abandoned ship, or is it just for real, puts brakes on and easy stop? I mean, yeah, you just stop. I mean, it's just going to ruin your draft. That's about it. And you're going to be vomiting cinders out the front, particularly in a master mechanics front end situation. But yeah, I mean, it really would not be a critical problem. It's not going to be oh my god, the boiler's going to blow up. It would just throw cinders out the front, and your draft would go. So, yeah. It's always weird to look in the smoke box when you open the smoke box door on when the engine's fired. I've done it a couple times. We tried to film inside the smoke box. Actually, not last time 20's fired up, but the time before, and I learned that snap mounts are not heat proof. My snap mount melted. That was a sad day, and the GoPro got so hot. It's right here, this GoPro. This very scuzzy looking...
melt a mount?
It didn't really melt. It melted a bit, but it got so hot that it didn't save the video. It overheat shut down, and then didn't save the video. Let me make my camera bigger so you can see it a little bit there. Yeah, and that's Ezekiel's named GoPro. Sorry, buddy. GoPro number 2. So... yeah, it got very hot, and it did not save any footage, unfortunately. But it still works.
Really?
He says, pressing the button. There we go. Look. See? Actually still works. So it didn't...
Does it still save?
It does. But, yeah, it just got too hot that one time. So we'll try again. I got to come up with something to... keep it cool. I mean, we got to come up with a mount for a pint glass or liter beer stein full of water, basically, because I really want to see what the inside of the smoke box looks like under power, because it's got to be so cool. So anyway,
gotta get some sort of like active cooling heat exchanger in there.
Well, when they're waterproof, just dump it in the water. Heat exchanger sounds like a lot of work. I have a friend
We're engineers
who's been commenting on some of the videos, who's been trying to develop a mount and heat exchanger cooling system to allow me to film the inside of the Firebox with the GoPro mounted to the fire door, so that you could see it the whole time with the door shut, which I'm hoping will work out, but I guess we'll find out. So anyway, wish I could remember their name, but too many people to remember. Railman1225. First off, just realized you're coming up on 1 year membership. Woohoo! So exciting. Happy to have been supporting you that long, and here's to more. Appreciate you. And then Chris Gill, 50 memberships. I wish the fucking birds were working. Thank you so much. Much appreciated, my friend. Good to see you here. Brute Claw, almost a year of freeloading. Thanks to folks like Chris Gill. So you love to see it. So... let's see, chat's jumping around, scrolling down. Raman1225. Second, I know it's something more for Mark and not Heiss, and I did put it in the most recent comment section of the most recent devlog, but you wanted to ask a quick question about it. Would you mind? I mean, you can ask the question, and I probably will not be able to answer for you, so. Anyway. Let's see. Can we fix... that sketch fillet? Oh, it's still keeping the mirror. There we go. That didn't update properly. Now it did. Okay, there we go. So the hope here is that we make the side sheets and the crown sheet in one piece, and then we add the contours for the 2 tube sheets, or the tube sheet and the door sheet, I guess. And this is going to take this assembly and make it very mad. So save all. We're going to get rid of the crown sheet. And we're going to get rid of one of the interior side sheets. And we should still have a thing. And yeah, okay, that's like a 3 or 4 inch radius. 3 inch radius. Much smoother, much nicer, and it fits in there beautifully. So now we need to change the schema in which the tube sheet works, and then the way the door sheet works, and then that'll be done and then we can move on to things like washout plugs, dome, and bracing. So
I was gonna say there's a conspicuous lack of space for the dome.
yeah, we haven't done anything with the dome yet, so we'll get there. Rusty Gear 5.56. Wonder if a piece of wood stove glass would work. You know, it'd be interesting. You'd have to have a really big piece to replace the door entirely, and that's something that I've thought about doing, but I mean, it's going to get pelted by cinders, so it'd probably break. Part of me really wants to do a smoke box cam thing like that, and also cylinder cam like that. It'd be interesting to replace a head and see.
Could you do like ballistics glass or something maybe that's not
impact
really glass,
rated?
like
Yeah.
Well, it's like a polycarbonate or something that.
Right, and then that would be cool. So, yeah, that's stuff to figure out and test, but also not cheap, unfortunately. So, anyway, 84mer. By the way, Montezuma valve gear done yet? Yes and no. Montezuma's is not modeled, but thanks to our friend Curtis Farrington of Hillcrest, we actually have. Don't look at my storage, sadness. It's a sad day. We have a fantastic assembly of the cousin, the 12D of Montezuma, the 260, basically, that was built at the same time. And the geometry is basically the same, except, of course, with Montezuma, it runs backwards. But we have this already built from Curtis, and Curtis was so kind in giving us this, but we have the eccentrics, the valve gear, everything. We just need to flip it around the wrong way and reassemble it, change the links so that they attach on the other side, and basically put it together. And that was something that Brett was hoping to do. But yeah, this is the 260 variety as modeled by Curtis. So he was very kind in giving that to us, and featuring the wacky, almost live Steam-like slide bar transfer dealio, which the Rio Grande threw away pretty early. So yeah. So is it done? No,
I feel like
but
there was a reason for that.
yeah. I feel like there is a reason for that, which is why we're not going to do it. Yeah, if you look at not necessarily super early, like not the builder's photo. I mean, we only have so many photos of Montezuma anyways. But if you look at her and Ute, who we have many more pictures of, you know, just barely into their service careers, they changed the valve rod and the valve yoke right away. I mean, they put a long extension all the way back to the rocker with this weird hoopty to clear the the oiling
Hoopla!
point. Yeah, literally. So we're just going to do that as part of our modernization attempts. So, but yeah, so is the valve gear done? No. Is it close? I mean, kind of, thanks to a very kind friend. So, oh, hang on, I don't need to save that crap. So, Liam 04, Brakeman for 9 months. Thoughts on ranch dressing? It's really good with soup, if you ask Dusty. I was gonna be like, is Dusty here? Is
I'm
he
here. I had my mic muted. I'm trying to do my self-review thing right now too. Multitasking.
Joy, as you do.
He was threatening to make me do it for him.
Yeah.
your self-review for the museum. God, do we
Yeah.
do those? Do I have to do one of those?
I'm assuming you'll have one. I don't know. Maybe part-time don't have to do it. I don't know.
I was gonna say I didn't do a review when I was full-time.
This is something new we're starting this year.
God, we are moving into the 21st century. Good lord.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, ranch dressing. Ranch is great. They're
I'll have
not
the
all
soup with
ranches.
ranch.
Dusty will have the soup with ranch. And
Right after Jeff
Why are
shoots
you at the
dog.
soup store?
I'm at soup. Yeah,
What do you mean you're at soup?
it's just soup. Yeah, God, that sketch is funny. Not all ranches are created equal, but I do enjoy them. So, anyway. Paul, happy to be part of this community. Thanks for doing what you do, Heis. Appreciate you. Connector for 7 months. Thank you. Jacob Pfeiffer, when do I plan to continue Derail Valley? Probably next week. I need to make a video about that. I've been putting it off because it's not going to be a fun video to make. Because being very genuine and heartfelt and apologizing to the entire community is not easy. So yeah, I've been taking a break from all video game train stuff for a while, for obvious reasons, and I tried to get back to it for the virtual Railroad Academy live stream because it was important, you know, to help support Casey and Nick. But yeah, then I was still mad. So yeah, I need to apologize for that and kind of figure out where I want to be with that. But I think next week we'll get into it. So yeah. Virtual Roofan Productions, Mythbusters patented smokebox door. That'd be great. All right, let's fix a tube sheet here, shall we? I think those are the same height there. Let's see. Measure. Yeah, they're the same height. So it shouldn't be much. Oh, smells like Kenosha starting. Always helpful. Rear tube sheet. That's right, we put all the tubes in that. That's funny. Roadman 1225, fair enough. One last thing, promise I won't bring it up again. Satiric confirmed, and I can confirm myself that the S282's lubricator is driven. There's a rod attached to the expansion link. All right, cheers. Yes, no, it is, but the mechanic of it, gameplay-wise, is the thing. Like, it looks like it is, but in their own devlogs, they said that if you turn it on and leave it on, it will leak. And it's like that. No, it only pumps when it's driven. Like, it doesn't leak. So that's the thing. Yes, it's animated to be driven. Yes, but it is in the code from what Deer Valley, they have said themselves from their devlogs. If you leave it on, it'll leak. So that's all I've been going on. I mean, I've never even seen it do that. So anyway. Patrick McNeely, apology accepted, even though I'm not the one you'd be apologizing to, still accept it. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. You finally understand. Good, real man. I'm glad. Oh, Christ. Okay, so how do we do this now? Because we need to take this whole profile and then schlorp it up and over. I guess I can sketch and make the same profile and then fillet it again? I suppose? Yeah, I guess we'll try that. Excuse me. Get that set up.
I think you better save before the song climaxes.
Everyone always says that. You guys think you're being funny?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the whole joke of it.
It is. If I could tell myself, back when I wrote the Stam song, that thousands upon thousands of people were going to be in on the joke, I wouldn't have believed it. It is so funny to me. I really sincerely appreciate it. It's amazing. Because I wrote it and I was like, well, me and Brett are going to think that's really funny on the Railroads Online soundtrack and no one else is going to get it ever. And yet here we are. We saved. It's okay. It's all right. We saved. What's not defined about you? Oh
man, it would have been so funny if someone was remoted into your computer and just Alt F4'd right then.
That would have been unfortunate. Would have been funny though. But okay, now we do an extrusion, and we're gonna go up to a surface to there. Ka-chow. then we will deal with the rest of our ramifications here, I guess. Let's see.
It isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Pretty much. John Deere Boy, engineer for 23 months. Only 26 more days until I'm at 2 years of membership. Not that I'm counting down or anything. I'm glad you know when. Because I actually couldn't remember in May when that was. It's 26 more days, so we got one more day April, then 25 days, so May 25th. I knew it was towards the end of May. Yeah, we're going to have to do something. If anyone has ideas, ping me in the Discord. In ESD train crew or whatever, or engine crew or engineers chat. Let me know. It would be fun to do something with the community for that night. Maybe Wormtown with just members. Could be fun. Or golf with your friends with members, or some kind of pub fun game that we could put a lot of people in. Could be fun. Anyways, time is fake. How has it been almost 2 years of shenanigans, Birdman and Kenosha already? Yeah, God, I don't know how it's been 2 years. Yeah. Oh, and John Deere Boy, while you're here, don't worry about going to Best of the West unless you want to. I don't think I'm going to be able to go, unfortunately. So, oh well. Chest Lavier, man. Chris Tucker. Brakeman for 4 months, saved before SolidWorks crash. SolidWorks, actually, yeah. Made it. Around 12:25, actual last one. Dang, you beat me to it. If SolidWorks crashed at the end of Kenosha, should be so funny and infuriating. Please save. Beautiful. 94 Chevy Z71, 37-ish minutes late, but made it as Kenosha started. Good timing. And then 5 memberships gifted. Thank you. Nathan Copeland, you have a Rio Grande pic you'd like to share, but you have no way to access Discord. Is there an email I could send it to? Yeah. It's in the channel about section on YouTube. It's heist7777 47s at gmail.com. Shoot that my way. 80 former, you weren't planning on another super chat, but too curious now. Apologize for what and to what? To who? What happened? Oh, you're gonna make me talk about this on stream. Ugh. I feel bad about how I've approached train game stuff in general. Like, after a lot of reflection, that's basically where I landed. Like, I'm taking my mindset as somebody who works in preservation at a railroad museum where the littlest details absolutely matter to the hugest degree, like more than you'd ever realize. I mean, the amount of detail and thought, and it must be this way, that, you know, goes on through folks like Jeff and Dusty, and they're fantastic for it, but you know, the amount of detail that they expect is significant, and so I'm used to that professionally. And you add in that I did signal design review for several years, and I'm very nitpicky based on that. And then taking a look at stuff and going, well, that's not right. And I see all these little things that aren't right and are not correct and all this stuff. And some of it's cool to point out and interesting and fun nuance to teach, right? But I've let it plague too much of the fun away. That mindset and attitude has made it so that I'm not enjoying the game. I'm just critiquing and just being in a bad headspace and frustrated about people doing things poorly. You know, in from what I've seen, and that ruins the game for me, and that ruins the experience for you guys as the audience. And that feels really bad. Like, that's not what I want to do. Is it nice to see things done right? Yeah, sure, of course. But is it right to hold people to the expectation that they recreate everything perfectly? No, it's a goddamn video game. What do you care, you know? So I've put too much stake and stuff into that, and it's felt bad. So it pinnacled with a live stream, and I was really mean to the Railroader team because, well, quite frankly, behind the scenes, they'd been really mean to me personally. So, you know, it wasn't right for me to do that, but I did. So, and I've pretty much regretted it the entire time because it didn't feel like me. It didn't feel like what I want me to be, you know? So that's where that comes from. So, yeah. Anyway, Maddie, no Best of the West, sad you'll be missed. I know. I was chatting with Badger about accommodations and stuff, and I wasn't surprised that the accommodations that are there fold up, but it's basically I can't afford the amount of time it would be to be in a hotel, because the IRS comes knocking once again in early June. So that's going to be a fun time. So anyway, so I don't have enough space to put the fillet on the top of the sheet with the way the tubes are. God damn it. That's annoying. I guess we'll have to use a small fillet radius. I mean, at the end of the day, it's going to be whoever forms the tube sheet's going to do what they're going to do, you know? You can't even get a 1/4 inch in there. This engine is so small that it is just at the brink of everything. I mean, it's ridiculous. That puts the tubes right at the edge of the fill. I mean, that doesn't work. You have to have space to roll the tubes over. We should probably move the tube bundle down in actuality, but that's not something I want to do on stream. So let's go see and look what that did to the assembly here. Oh, I didn't change the damn radius. Oh, that's going to be weird. But otherwise, it looks like that sits in properly, so that's cool. Striker, some non-train related questions, but one, how's your day going? Thank you. It's going pretty well. Worked on some really exciting stuff for Century Steam. I'll tease you again. It's very fun. And who's my main in TF2? When I played professionally, that's hilarious. I did play professionally, actually. I was a demo main, but I like demo and I like soldier, both explosive classes. They're my favorite, so thank you. Nathan Copeland, pick scent. All right. Let me see if I can pull it up. Thank you for sending that along. Let me see what it is here. Let's take a look-see here. Oh, cool! You came across a Rio Grande Motorways truck. Or a trailer, I guess.
And it's in Navy service right now.
That's fucking wacky, and it's full of explosives! What? Come on! Splody boys on the ride. Dude, that's so cool. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, Rio Grande had their own trucking service too, and that's actually how 491 got moved to the museum. Dusty, I don't know if you could find the picture of 491 on the semi-truck, but holy shit, was it like way too small for how big she is. The railroad was like, yeah, just throw it on the truck, it's fine.
I don't know if they're online. We've got it in her file at the shop, but I don't know if they're
I don't know if it's online either. I know I've seen it, but yeah, it's a hilarious
people
pic.
ask why we don't take her anywhere.
I mean, they literally just put it on the back of an 18-wheeler, not even with anything extra. And I mean, it's just sagging, falling apart. It's hilarious. So, Thomas Bailey, I have a curiosity. You've asked about it once before, but did not understand the answer. I hate to ask the same question twice, but can you give me a little more detail? How do you add water to an empty, cold steam locomotive? You open a valve and put it in. I mean, that's just as simple as it is. For us at the museum, I don't think I have a picture of it, but we have a hose that comes up from the city, whatever, we can use, or we can have, if the tender's got water in it, you can connect with hoses, the tender, and then the engine via something. Usually we have a threaded attachment for the blowdown where you blow water out, and you open the blowdown and connect those two things with a pressure pump, and it forces water from the tender into the boiler. And you do that, or you can just hook the hose straight up to the blowdown, and I mean that would take forever, but city water pressure is at 60 or 70 psi, so I mean it would fill eventually.
We've got the direct connection to the tower now too.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. We can directly fill
So
from the
we've
water
got
tower.
that height above whatever the shop is. So.
Well, and there's a pressure pump too.
Yeah.
It's only like 40 psi at the shop, but it's 1.5 line. So
But that's plenty of volume.
it takes like 20 minutes to get 20 filled up to the operating point with that line.
It's not bad.
It's
See,
awesome.
I mean, we just connect with a hose to our connection of water, our water source, and then it pumps in and it fills it up. You just open a valve. There's many different fittings and things, and I'm sure other railroads do it differently because there's too many options. You know, you just have to open some valve in the boiler somewhere, make an opening, and put water in. So, yeah, you can't use the injectors. The injectors don't work. The injectors don't like to work when they're hot. I mean, they don't like to work at all, which is a little silly.
Well, I mean, 491's injectors are usually fine, but 20.
Yeah, 20s are a chore. But yeah, 491's injectors will work at like 30 psi.
I am so happy the last couple times I've fired 20, her injectors have been so kind.
You gotta love that. Well, you also know how to do it right, so. Why did everything just disappear? SolidWorks, what are you trying to pull? Go ahead, not save that, but keep the changes, and then... Why did you roll back everything, SolidWorks? Oh, I hid everything, that's why. Somehow. Neat. Anyway. Hopefully that answered your question, Thomas. Zimzam, what was the original factor of safety on these engines, and were they wrought iron, steel, or more modern steel? Christ on a bike, I have no idea what the safety factor was. Probably not 4, and they would have been wrought iron in 1871. God knows. Yeah. I doubt that the safety factor
I'd
was
believe
that
like
high.
2 or 3.
I believe 3. I mean, they're still built relatively heavy for what they are. Well, you say that, and then you remember that the Class 70's original interior door sheet, or backhead sheet, was a 1/4 inch thick, and you go, ah! But anyway. Bandan, good to see you here, my friend. Have I already recommended you go to check out the Grand Canyon Railway and the Nevada State Road Museum in Boulder City? Because if I haven't, you really should, trust me. Actually, yes, you have.
I want to go to Grand Canyon.
I want to go to both
I
so
really want
bad.
to go to Grand
So,
Canyon.
Boulder City
I
is
also wanna go
having the big event in 2026, so I know I'll be there for that. Because that's going
I
to
also want to go to
killer.
Texas State because they have the Texas and Gulf Mikado with the Vanderbilt tender. They've got 316, which is like original TNP. They've got another engine. One of the... Not an S-160, but the World War I version of the S-160.
Oh, wow. That'd be cool. Blend Pie Nexus, Yash, you get your break, and you're streaming. Love that. Good timing. Roundman 1225, the Rio Grande never dies, baby. Exactly. Vintage Renewed. Don't the tubes get rolled over on the front and welded in the Firebox center? Do I have that backwards? Sumter Valley 19 should hopefully be getting your tubes in June, so your Mikado should be back again soon. Good to hear. But yes, the tubes get rolled on both ends, and then it is common practice these days to also seal weld them in the Firebox, and that is more so a modern practice than a historical one. They actually didn't used to weld them on the Firebox end, but it is better at preventing leaks.
Technically, you're talking about tubes, right?
Yeah.
It's technically not a seal weld either. What it does is it's a heat sink. It makes the tube sheet and the tube one piece, and it's less likely to burn the ends out.
As Dusty said, yes, that precisely.
Yeah, the rolling and beating should seal the tube, and they call it a seal weld, but it's not really
truly a seal weld. Yeah.
It makes it a one-piece design, so you're less likely to burn the end of the tube if you get your fire too hot and everything.
Right, which is particularly of concern in an oil-burning locomotive.
Yeah.
But it is now just the standard practice to do across all locomotives. So, yeah. 94 Chevy Z71. Oh, that was just fitting. Hope it didn't go out with a bang. And Rails to Fails are making models for trains, so this is how you stay on track. I bet it's better than being all steamed up with anger. Yes. Limes. Roscoe, Montana, member for 14 months. Zoomy Boy, currently stuck at home with COVID. Feeling like a barely animated corpse. Hope you and everyone else are feeling better than I am. I know I am. I'm sorry to hear you have COVID, my friend. That shit still freaking sucks. So, lordy, yeah. And Zimzam, do you guys have to backflow the injectors on 20? The Chinese Nathan copies on 3025 were so bad they have a quick flip over outlet valve so you can easily backflow and cool them off.
So, one of the
Sometimes.
first times I ever fired 20, I had to backflow the injectors, but they don't do it the easy way. Because you've got the screw overflow just in front, like the tiny overflow valve right in front of the handle. That you gotta, yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. Basically, what we do is we blow through steam back into the tender. You just force the injector open with the injector closed, or with the overflow closed, and then you shut it off and open the overflow, and then go to prime right at the right time as the water comes rushing back in, and you catch it. Is what we tend to do to try and force them to actually do the thing. Otherwise, there's no other backflow that we really have. Otherwise, we just dump water on them, or if it's cold out, you put snow on them. So,
And it was my second time firing, and I fucking got it.
yeah, that was. I was so proud of you. I've never met anyone to pick up the way an injector works that quickly ever. I mean, it was very impressive to see. So, yeah. So,
I'll have to send you a picture of the toggle valve that the Chinese put on these fake Nathans, because it's wild. It literally flips over like 90 degrees, so you can just backflow real quick and then pop it off and go.
I would love to see that.
It's wild. My first time seeing it, I had to be like, okay, I feel dumb. What the fuck is this?
That is crazy. CO Marine 1371, when will y'all show us the K27s, K36s, and K37s in Century's Steam? Saw them at the end of the trailer, and you want more. Been your favorite engines since you rode them when you're 4 years old. I'm glad you love the engines. So much appreciate you, my friend. But as I've said many a time, we don't truly answer any Century Steam questions here. That's all for the Studio 346 channel. That, I will say, you did not see a K36 or a K37 in the trailer. We had a Class 125, which is the early unmodernized version of the K27, and then a K28.
With Vauquelin compounding.
Yeah, the 125. Well, they had both, but the one we showed was Vauquelin compounded. So you only saw those two, and believe you me, I want to see all of those choo-choos myself. So it shall all come with time, but that's all I'll say. It's just a Viper. Maricopa Live Steamers is your favorite because anyone can run their own steamers after some paperwork. I'll see you main NG demo and soldier. PS Spy sucks. Yeah, Spy does suck. I love playing Spy though sometimes. So anyway, cheers. And yeah, Live Steam's great. Live Steam is just fantastic for getting folks acquainted with these things. I mean, it really is. So, yeah. That was, I mean, the joy. I got to experience Live Steam back in January. I went down to, or was it February? No, it was February. I went down to my buddy Scott's in Florida, and we got to go to a private Live Steam railroad, and he had me run his Atlantic. And I got to run it a bunch. I mean, he was so kind. It was awesome. And Live Steam, I mean, it's just so cool. It's so accessible. That was really what I was impressed by, was how accessible and how not simple. I mean, it's still steam engine, it's still hard, and it'll still mess you up if you don't do it right, but it was so neat to experience. But yeah, here's Scott's engine. I'll have to do a 7.5 inch gauge video one of these days. I've got a standing invite from Colorado Live Steam to go do that, but that's Scott and his Atlantic, and he's wearing a 491 shirt because, you know, he gets it. But running that engine and getting to experience 7.5 inch gauge was so cool. How accessible it is. You can have your own engine. You can easily transport it. I mean, it just makes so much sense in that way. I mean, it's got a lot of pros, and the pros and cons between all the different scales are so interesting. But I mean, it's a great size. So is 15 inch gauge. Different, you know, good for different reasons, as we obviously outlined recently with grand scale stuff. But they all have merit. So, yeah, it's cool. Anyway. That little Atlantic is so forgiving. Yes, it is, Michael. You'd know. Okay. I think if I do that, it will probably fix the problem that I had. Almost. gave me the better interior radius. The exterior radius is all kinds of goofy still. I guess I need to change that sketch.
So I have a
Right,
question,
change
not
it
from
fill.
chat.
Sure.
What percentage would you consider this model right now? What percentage complete?
Oh, Christ. Some 60% maybe, if I had to guess. Looking at the if we go look at the full actual assembly, which is this one. Yeah, I mean, once we get the valve gear on there, and then we get the boiler done, it needs insulation, it needs jacketing, and then it's all about appliances and controls, really. Which is significant. I mean, we've got the meat of it, really, but yeah, there's a lot in the
it's all
details.
detail work.
A lot in the details to get done. So, I was hoping to get further on the boiler today, but yeah, this little redo is being a chore, which, what else is new? Oh, and the width is wrong now because... Yeah... We're just... This is an exercise in frustration, as Curtis said, so we're just gonna leave it there, I think. But yeah, design it for that, and then now we'll cheese the door sheet, and we'll probably call that there. So, Nintendo 64 conductor for 17 months. Have I ever used a Model Live stationary steam engine? You have a Jensen. It's so fun. No, I've never done it actually. Be
Come over
fun.
to my place. I've got a little Jensen steam engine.
Do you?
And I've also got... Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Remember during Narrow Gauge Convention when we were all supposed to go over to your place and the timing was being weird and like Jersey, Twitchy, Auntie all came over to my place?
Ah, that's what you guys played with, huh?
Yeah. And then I also have a little Mammoth tractor that I got from Scotty. So
Cool.
yeah, come over to my place. We'll fucking play with those.
That sounds fun. Should do it.
Play with my tiny steam engine.
Little
Giggity.
boots. God damn it, SolidWorks. You're stupid. 80. Yeah, let's see. Blend Pine X says the clinks, clanks, clacks, clunks, and ka-chunks of grand scale are just awesome. Even makes the clickety clacks and the loco sound like they're big brothers. Yeah, that I think that's the biggest thing for me that I like about grand scale is the sound is right. Like live steam still feels like it's a model, like it's scale, and it feels scale in every sense of the word. Whereas grand scale sounds a little bit more appropriate to me. I mean, the whistles sound right. They're not obnoxiously itty-bitty. Which, I mean, even as nice as some of the whistles sound, like the whistle that Scott has on his Atlantic is one of the nicest live steam whistles I've ever heard. But it sounds like a live steam whistle. It doesn't sound like a full-size whistle. And that drives me insane. I really don't like it. But, you know, because I'm an audio nerd. But yeah, the clacks, the clunks, all the little things. Yeah, very, very important. And it's really cool how grand scale still has that. Whereas the smaller stuff, the live steam stuff, large scale, doesn't have that. So.
Grand scale big boy win.
Good lord. That would be impossibly large.
Or better yet, grand scale zoomy.
I mean, that would be very,
I mean-
very small. There was a cute little 240 at the meet, but yeah, a little different than the Zuma, of course. 84mer should give Monty a superheater just cuz. People keep saying that.
Montezuma like the British scale of 3 foot.
Right. Yeah, people keep saying put a superheater in Montezuma, and it's like, okay, where in this smoke box am I gonna fit a superheater header? Like, there's no space. Let's change the transparency there, and then on that guy. That's right. Brett put the scrubber on it. I mean, look, like you look at the tubes, and it's like, okay, you have a little space up there, but it's like. I hate to say it, you probably could fit a couple units in there.
Okay, and have
Stop.
it do what?
Stop giving me
Have it
ideas.
do what?
God damn it. You say that, but you gotta realize that this thing would probably be superheating all the time because it's gonna be on its knees all of the fucking time.
Oh.
So it actually
what?
it would actually probably make some amount of sense to do it. Now I hate that thought's in my head, but here we are.
Huh. Now I'm thinking about it too.
Yeah,
Nope, stop.
It would make sense. Yep. Damn it. This is where I just call it like that. Just call it a day. I guess I have to put that fillet across there too. Hang on.
I was gonna say, does it really need to be that precise if we're just trying to get like vague material isms?
No. Yeah. This is all heat and beat formed anyway.
Yeah. Because you'll get the actual fit of it once you actually start working on it.
Why is there a gap?
Why is... Hold on, what?
Only on the one side. How did I do that? Oh, the mating situation is wrong.
Giggity.
God. Or no, the actual interior tube. My new crown is too wide by a little bit, so. '94 Chevy Z71 superheated. There's barely enough room for fireboxes as it is, pretty much. Be interesting to see the heating surface distribution change. If I'd have to do some math about the tubes, because I mean, to fit a 5.5-inch flue in the damn thing,
You'd probably have one.
I mean, you could have a couple, but yeah, it'd be small. Jacob Pfeiffer, they know if they say it enough, you'll do it. Maybe. People have said a lot of things to me a lot of times. Rails to fails. It's not superheater. It's just a rolling bomb. It's not a rolling. I mean, all steam engines are rolling bombs. But anyway. I think this is off by 3/8 of an inch. I think is what it is. Oh, and I fixed those other guys to make those work, didn't I? Dumb, lazy bastard. What are you gonna do? Delete all those fixations. We get them all? Almost. And if we make this 9.125, and then keep that dimension same thickness. Why would you do this, SolidWorks? I just want the wall thickness. I guess I could do that there. Looks fine. Just call it a day there and see what happens. God damn it, it's got that fucking itty bitty obnoxious little thing on it that we somehow keep coming up with. It's like a 64th of an inch or something. .625, but this is going to be over 2 because it's going to get doubled. Oh no, it is just that 0.625. Okay.
By the way, Mark, we got like 20 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, no, I'm gonna get this finished and be done. And there it is. All right, so a more sensible crown radius that, yeah, looks kind of stupid if you look at it wrong, but I'll fix that off stream maybe or something. And I probably also need to move the tube bundle off stream, but yeah. So there it be. Another little step, fixing some stuff, making some stuff make some more sense for fabrication. Hopefully you guys understand the value of having the bigger radius and having less stress. Stress concentrations with tight radii, which is part of the problem of the original design. And
that's why corners are bad.
Yeah, we don't like corners, but radii are nice. That's going to lessen our space for crown bars, which we'll get into, I guess, next time. But we're gonna call that there. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll be back next week with more Montezuma things. Probably on Tuesday, if I had to guess, because I get back from a trip to Seattle, back to where I'm from, very early Monday morning. But tomorrow we are doing office hours with Professor Heiss, so make sure you post your questions on the public post if you have any. And of course, you're always allowed to ask questions during the thing. So anyways, guys, we will catch y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.